Christmas with Lucy Maud Montgomery, a selection of stories by Lucy Maud Montgomery. Story 1, The Christmas Harp. Great was the excitement in the houses of King as Christmas drew nigh. The air was simply charged with secrets. Everybody was very penurious for weeks beforehand, and hoards were counted scrutinizingly every day. Mysterious pieces of handiwork were smuggled in and out of sight, and whispered consultations were held, about which nobody thought of being jealous, as might have happened at any other time. Felicity was in her element, for she and her mother were deep in preparations for the day. Cecily and the Story Girl were excluded from these doings, with indifference on Aunt Janet's part, and what seemed ostentatious complacency on Felicity's. Cecily took this to heart, and complained to me about it. "I'm one of the family, just as much as Felicity is," she said, with as much indignation as Cecily could feel, "and I don't think she need shut me out of everything. When I wanted to stone the raisins for the mincemeat, she said no, she would do it herself, because Christmas mincemeat is very particular. As if I couldn't stone raisins right. The airs Felicity puts on about her cooking just make me sick," concluded Cecily wrathfully. "It's a pity she doesn't make a mistake in cooking once in a while herself," I said. "Then maybe she wouldn't think she knew so much more than other people." All parcels that came in the mail from distant friends were taken charge of by Aunts Janet and Olivia, not to be opened until the great day of the feast itself. How slowly the last week passed! But even watched pots will boil in the fullness of time, and finally Christmas Day came, grey and dour and frostbitten without, but full of revelry and rose-red mirth within. Uncle Roger and Aunt Olivia and the Story Girl came over early for the day, and Peter came too, with his shining morning face, to be hailed with joy, for we had been afraid that Peter would not be able to spend Christmas with us. His mother had wanted him home with her. "Of course I ought to go," Peter had told me mournfully, "but we won't have turkey for dinner, because Ma can't afford it. And Ma always cries on holidays because she says they make her think of Father. Of course, she can't help it, but it ain't cheerful. Aunt Jane wouldn't have cried. Aunt Jane used to say she never saw the man who was worth spoiling her eyes for. But I guess I'll have to spend Christmas at home." At the last moment, however, a cousin of Mrs. Craig's in Charlottetown invited her for Christmas, and Peter, being given his
Sample complete. Ready to continue?